Nah, I put it back on 5.
The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord family.
This will be almost the last 3 weeks.
As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers.
Okay, I got no doubt.
Last year's national champion, the Oklahoma Sooners. Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth as always by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
And get that wear and tear going.
The Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff.
Hey, my D-type of their thing, man. Being my offensive lineman, until he out for the season.
And he'll just take the lead in this drive. We'll start at the 25. So Missouri's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. The adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it.
Overall,
it's just football.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every
I got good bad goods.
Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way.
I got bad goods. I ain't need you that point. So I don't want them to leave.
The give to the tailback. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social.
He's going for a big play downfield.
Oh, he got intercepted.
That was incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the ends.
There he goes. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. We have a new #1 team in the nation this week. Guys, they've made it to the mountaintop, and usually that just means now everybody's shooting at you.
I think a lot of people are waiting to see is how they wear this #1. If they change it all.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. Quick step and go. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but, man, did they set up some field position. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Missouri wants to go fast. Let's talk a little bit about Missouri. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you.
There he goes. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. They used the jump play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's looking deep. Makes the grab on the shot. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely...
And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Stanley. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him, get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Snagged in the middle. It's Terry. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Good job, man.
Looking to throw on 1st down.
Quick
completion on the out route. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. off play action. He'll take a shot.
Come on, jump.
Picked off.
Touchdown.
Another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent.
He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Stanley. He's open on the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Missouri comes to the line with another 1st down. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play call.
Got a little room. There he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. Looking to throw at Stanley. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. He'll start this drive firing. He unleashes a long one. Falls in the deep ball. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Sooner!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Arizona came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. The fact, this wasn't ever really in question. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off-play action on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Preston. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Missouri wants to go fast. To the air, it's Stanley. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Rides the back on the option to give. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They booted away on 4th down. And he's going to bring this one out. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how it...
He uncorks one deep. And he's got it inside the 35. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Another big completion for the Sooners, and that's right in keeping with that legacy of great quarterbacks.
Just dudes that can spin it. The offense is always fun. It's always fast. There's a lot of things about Oklahoma that you can count on. And offense and great quarterback play is always one.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Gonna run it. It's rigged. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Stanley. Makes the grab on the left. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing.
Ooh.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. He's loose down the middle. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown Sooners. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Oh, he's got some space. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Looking for a man. It's Shuck. Bringing the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys. He's been there each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power.
They've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. They want to throw it. Lets it fly. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. A mere yard away from elevator. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Caught in the backfield, it's Riggs. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's McKee. He's got him. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the jump plays out.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll open the second half with a run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
The give to the back. Snowed under by the defense.
Well,
there's another outstanding run. You've been seeing that all season long. I think we all expected this guy to be really good as a true freshman. I don't know if anybody expected this. The fact that he's in the Heisman race as a true freshman, that's just ridiculous.
They'll try to run for it. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll try the run. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Sooners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff.
Well, this guy's exceeded all expectations all season. We knew and we thought he would be talented. He'd leave a mark on the offense. I don't think anybody expected him to be in the Heisman race this late in the season as a true freshman. He is just special.
Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the ground with the back. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Leaves it with the running back. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And the Sooners will try to pick it up on 4th down.
Base 27.
Trying to do it on the ground. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he walks us in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Dropping back, it's Shuck. Snagged out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gonna sling it on 2nd down. He's got it inside the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He leaves it with his back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll leave it with him. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Slithers into space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football.
Caught at the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
Pace, 27, jump.
They'll go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give as they work on that clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Line is set on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. And the Sooners, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Let's go. Let's go.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Grinding and pushing his way, and man, he got behind his pads, but they get him stopped just inches away from the goal line. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Trying to surge it in. He's going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Touchback, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Shuck. It's complete to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls.
There he goes. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and it's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no three-point conversions and stuff like that that you can get. So run the ball, make them use timeouts, Palmer, walk out here with a dub.
Yeah, this defense should just use their timeouts. Can't take them with you, right? We'll just see. Who knows? Crazier things have happened in college football. Maybe they put the ball on the ground. They don't execute the center quarterback exchange.
Looking downfield, it's McKee. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. It's really easy to get caught up in